My name is Dan Dorval, and I'm President and CEO of Dorval and Cherney Financial Advisors. I am an independent certified financial planner and author of my book, Financial Success for the Rest of Us, Reality-Based Financial Planning for Mainstream America.
Hi, my name is Leah Woodley. I'm an associate financial advisor with Dorval and Cherney Financial Advisors. Our conversations discuss what it means to do quality of life planning in all areas of your life.
Dan, there was a company that recently came out with an AI financial advisor. This financial advisor is supposed to be able to give more specific advice and recommendations. With AI being a major onslaught in this day and age, do you think that we'll see more AI financial advisors come up like this?
Yeah, I think we will. And I think it's a buzzword in the industry. So if you attach AI to just about anything that you do, people feel like it's progress and they feel like it's innovative. So I think the this is the classic like differentiator. Even the idea of financial advisors, in person like us, there's a tremendous amount of confusion. There are investment people, and that's all they do. So there will be AI that is strictly for investment that already exists, by the way. That has actually been around for a while. And then, of course, there's advisors who just sell insurance, so life insurance and things like that. And that might be more of a proprietary type product. I don't think you're going to see AI too much in that world because that's more of a emotional world where they're selling products. And then you have people like us. So certified financial planners, you're going through looking at all the different puzzle pieces, putting those puzzle pieces together. Now, in my opinion, AI is more of a tool to help the advisor like us. So if you're going beyond investments and beyond insurance, I think AI is going to be more of a tool for advisors than it is for the general public. The general public is again, in my opinion, is looking for the value of their advisor to be perspective, wisdom, experience, and then the ability to put together insights into their specific situation to improve their quality of life. AI can't do that. And AI very likely will never be able to do that. Now, what AI is good for is summarizing rules. It'll know the tax code. It will know different rules, faster than an advisor would know them. So rules-based type thought processes, that works fine with AI. They might give basic guidance on things like asset allocation for investments. That's easy to do. That's one of the easiest things that we do. And so AI is going to have a place, but in my opinion, it's more to help the advisor than it is, at least in like a certified financial planner advisor, it's going to help the advisor rather than the general public.
I completely agree with you. I think the human component to financial planning allows us to see the things that may not even be spoken. And that's something that AI would not be able to do. It allows us to kind of look at the big picture now while this AI financial advisor, and I'm not quite sure how this particular one operates, but it may ask general questions covering different areas, but there is that human perspective that allows you to dig a little bit deeper and to ask those follow-up questions that a client may not be forthcoming with. So when you think about DIY clients, those people that want to handle things on their own, this may be something that is appealing to them. What should they be aware of?
Well, when you say be aware of, I think one of the issues too, though, is AI is going to have a very difficult time penetrating into that market. It's very expensive for new AI technology to acquire new clients. And so, in general, most of these technologies that were well touted, like robo advisors for investments, they realized just how expensive it was on a per client basis to get those DIY clients. And So most of them have really failed in some way, shape, or form. And I anticipate these early adopters of AI planning, whatever that means, they're probably going to find that exact same challenge. So I think I would be aware of, how does the algorithm actually work? How is the AI being trained? Because all of these AI systems have to be trained. They have to have data. And even in our development of our own system, which is our QoLa system, quality of life application, in our AI system, our challenge is getting enough data in order to make financial planning actually useful in a personal, at a personal level. And that data doesn't technically exist because every individual is different. So AI at this point is probably going to be more of a rules-based type of program, and those rules may or may not apply to you.
Mhm.
If the rules apply to you, the output might be useful, it might be helpful, but in some cases, my guess is it's going to spit out recommendations that don't make sense. And how are you going to know if it doesn't make sense?
Right. I think sometimes even with using something like AI, there may still be that uncertainty that working with a human advisor would be able to clarify and clear up. Sometimes people still want that reassurance, like, are you sure that I'm okay? I mean, even in our human interactions, we see people come in for a second opinion. You know, one advisor may have told them something and they want to follow up with someone else to see if they're really sure. And that's not something that AI can necessarily provide. So you brought up QoLa. How does our AI application differ than, other things that may be out there right now?
Yeah, it's a great question because QoLa, as it stands right now, is not meant to be, oh, excuse me, excuse me, is not meant to be a standalone system. It works like hand in hand with a certified financial planner. And the key to QoLa is this idea of being rules-based financial planning. So rules-based financial planning means that our groups that we're applying QoLa to have commonality. They have certain benefits. They have certain things that are the same. And so we can set rules and train the AI in order to reach conclusions that make sense for those specific people. We did not adopt QoLa at this point, at least for the general public, because it would be too complicated. The data doesn't exist to that level. And so we use QoLa for very specific rules-based outcomes that we can easily train it to do. And then anything beyond that starts to get into the individual certified financial planner participating hand in hand with QoLa in order to take that person to the next level of financial planning.
Yes, and I actually just met with a nurse who did use QoLa and did need some additional CFP support to take her to the next level. So you are absolutely correct about that. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts and opinions on this. Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, I think the biggest thing is AI is going to continue to obviously grow, get better, and it's going to improve in a lot of ways. But I don't believe that AI is going to fundamentally change how financial advisors operate for a very, very long time because it's a personal business and every individual is unique. AI at this point is not even close to being able to address those types of complicated problems.
You are so right, but we'll see what happens. So thank you so much for sharing your insight. And until next time, have a good one.
Thanks, Leah.
Thank you.